Hi guys, I'm back and I'm going to do the feather pour. Now first off, I'd like to thank everyone, of course. This is the updated sponsor list. Nothing changed, that's it. So I want to thank everyone that's on here for supporting me. Thank you, thumbs up. And of course, this pour, I want to give credit to Debbie Ann Thorpe. She doesn't have a website, but she's been putting the pictures on the Facebook group. So she told people, you know, she had a problem with doing a video. So she explained in pictures how she does this pour. And I thought I'd just try to do one. Because, well, it looked really nice, and I like feathers, and I like seeing colors spread on a background. So it's a sort of a negative space thing, and I thought that would be nice. So what I have here is a little bit of buff titanium from Winsor & Newton. It is just a little bit, and the rest is titanium white. So it has this beautiful light eggshell color, which I think will go really nice with the colors I've chosen for the feather. Now the feather, I've chosen two colors of turquoise, one lighter, one darker, and burnt sienna, and a little bit of Van Dyke brown, you know, just to give it a little bit of contrast here and there. So let me get a brush, because I do want to do the sides before I do anything. So basically what you do is you give the canvas a full coat of one color, that's your background color, and then you put paint on top in the shape of a feather. And then you pull with, well, like she explained it, it's with wet paper towels. That's what she pulls with. So I'm going to try and do that. Now remember guys, I've never done this before, so if it doesn't turn out that spectacular, it's because this is the first go I'm going to give it. So there it is, it's covered. You do see a lot of little air bubbles. And what I like to do is take out those little air bubbles. There we go. And you do that really quickly, you know, you move that torch really quickly. Like you can see, it's a creme brulee torch. Comes in one color, not all these colors. This one is at its last end. But that's going to work out. Now I need a little container with water. And why we do that is because the little pieces of, these are the little pieces of paper towel. You wet them first and then you pull with them. So what I'd like to do, I'm not going to put it up, so I'm going to be doing the feather like this. Let me get it fully in focus so you can see what I'm doing. Now, I'm thinking of putting it together in one little cup. Let's see how that works out. So these are the colors I'd like to use. Then a little bit of that burnt sienna. And these are all Winsor & Newton colors. A little bit of that brown, just for a little contrast. Then titanium, buff titanium, but just the pure. This is the pure buff titanium. Then a little bit more of the turquoise on top, and a little bit of that background color because that makes it pop. Now we have that in the little cup, and I will stir it just a little bit, give it a little swirl like that, and we're going to have the feather. I'll show it to you what I want to do. I want the feather to be like this. So I do want it to go in a really nice swoopy motion. So we're going to start out like that. This I'm going to pull up a little bit. And I see that I do need to have it going like this. Now I'm wetting the paper towel and I'm going to pull it up like that. Make it wet just a little bit more. And there it already is starting to look like a real feather. There it is, that's one side. And we want a little bit more of that dark coming in. There it is for a little bit more contrast. It is, pulling it down a little bit so that you can see that it is, that should be the center. Now I'm gonna come in again with my little piece of swipey paper. There it is. And that's pretty much how I see the feather. Now a couple of drops more of this, because I would like a little bit of cell formation on top. There we go. And especially down here, so that you have the idea that there is really some feathers going, you know, from light to dark. That's a little bit that I like to show. So this side. Okay, that's it. Now I'm gonna come in with my torch. That's it. Not too much. I just want to let this work all by itself. And now for the final little bit that I like, just join in this these colors here at the end. Give it a little movement. And every time we do this, we clean off the bamboo stick. Just like this. And we'll give this another little torch in a minute. There it is. Now that is looking really pretty, but I'm missing one thing, and that is a little bit of a, you know, for the pen that's in a feather like that. That makes it, you know, just how you want it. Maybe pull it a little bit up here. That's about it. Oh, I dropped a little bit on here. We have to fix that. Take off that brown. That's okay. When it's still wet, you can do everything to it. No problem at all. There we go. Now this has something very interesting going on. What I do see is when Debbie Ann does this, it's a little bit looser, but you can go either way. You can do it like this, or you can make it even more loose so that you see more cells. But I like to be in between. I'll give you a really good close-up. There you go. See what's happening? That's a lot of movement, a lot of cells. The only thing that we're not picking up on here is all this burnt sienna, and I will do the front of my video. I will make a picture of this so that you can really see the colors, because they're not really popping up like I'd like them to. There you go. But as you can see, there's motion in this. It's you know what you want, that it goes like really like a feather and it flows off your canvas. That's what we're looking for. Now I see another little thing what happened here. I don't know what. Oh yeah, that's water, I guess. You gotta fix that, or that's gonna be a dent. You don't want a dent. That's gonna work out fine. So I want to thank Debbie Ann Thorpe for creating such beautiful feathers on canvas. And I'll put this one away because I still have a little bit of paint that I want to use. And I have to say that I did have fun making that, because I think it really has something very different to it that we're normally not used to. So there, a little bit of that color. And I just don't know why this doesn't pop up so nicely as there it does, but I don't know why it doesn't really pop up. Oops, that's a little bit too much. Okay, we'll have to give it a little swipe up, push it all up, and pull it all down. Now let's see what this is going to bring us. There it goes. That is pretty. Those are some extraordinary cells. Now I'll show you what I think is so extraordinary. Let me get you in focus there. Maybe too close. There it is. See all those double lines around the cells? I find that is always interesting. And I'm just going to do one more because this one was way too much of the eggshell color. So I'm going to let that come down a bit. Double up on the turquoise. Then that really beautiful rusty color in between. And a tiny little bit of brown, not too much. And then the swipe color. There it is. Because I still have some on my palette knife, that'll work out fine. And I'm pretty much done with swiping. I don't know why, but I have another idea to do something with leftover paint. Ooh, there you go. Yep, this one definitely has to go. There it is. Don't want to over torch it because I kind of like what's going on here. Let me see if I can get you in. There it is. That is kind of cool for jewelry. For jewelry, you don't always have to have really big cells. Like a piece up here. See that? That is beautiful to make into jewelry. That is what I'm looking for. Okay, putting this one away. And it's almost the same as what I usually did, you know, let me see, the color is going again, okay. What I usually did with my signature colors, you know, Anthony, I don't know if he's still watching, but Anthony loved those colors, and he named them turtle colors, so that's what I'm going for. What I'd like to do is one more. But then again, with a little bit of a plastic bag, I want to put some colors in there. And that's it. Then I'll stop. Just one more. So a little bit of that burnt sienna, a little bit of eggshell. I'll take the darker turquoise and a little bit of the dark brown for the contrast. Then all I do is really, you know, do this, that I create some sort of a pressure in the little corner of the plastic bag. Then we're going to cut it off. And we're going to squirt it out. And as you can see, because of the speed of the paint coming out, it just starts to sell all by itself. So if you're someone that doesn't want to use a torch, you could do that. Just put it in plastic. Make sure that there's some pressure. But watch this. This is pretty. Now you have both things. You have the bigger cells, you have the little ones. So that sort of, makes it a totally different look. And then you can always make them a little bit bigger like this. See that? That is pretty. Now it's almost like really like stone, like turquoise. I love doing that. I could do this all day, but there's just that many pieces of paper that I can use. So, but this one's a keeper. This really looks like turquoise. Just want to do one more torch on it. Getting air bubbles out. That's it. I'm gonna keep it just like this. So thanks all for watching, guys. At the end of the video, I have been putting some golden oldies, the ones that get a lot of hits that people really enjoy watching. So at the end of this video, I will add another one. Let me get you in close this time here. There you go. Look at that. That's pretty, isn't it? So at the end of the video, there's a golden oldie, and I'm going to wish you all a very, very beautiful Saturday. And I will be back tomorrow, Sunday. So love you all to pieces. Liebe euch alle. Love you all. Bye-bye.